back to the channel. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video, but y'all, life has been lifing, okay? Like with my daughter being in school, y'all, I'm about to miss my exit. Like, are y'all gonna be nice and let me over? I mean, okay, I guess not. Like, these people do not know how to drive here, especially in the rain either. But with my daughter being in school, helping her pick her classes, it's just, even when they turn 18, 19, or 20, they are going to always need their parents. So to me, I have been busy doing a whole lot of stuff. Ooh, my eyes are so dry from looking at that screen all day at work. Oh. Like, it's something about my blue light glasses, having my blue light glasses on, that actually make it easier on my eyes. I actually need to run to Ulta real quick. There's this mask that I want to get, and it's like a collagen mask that you leave on your skin. I was going to go to the gym today, but I decided not to. I'm a little tired. I did 10 hours at work today. I've been doing a lot of overtime at work. It's peak season for us, so yeah, I got to get to working. But what I wanted to talk about today was taking a break from social media. As someone who has rededicated her life back to Christ, and what I mean by that is I've been saved majority of my life, but I have been slipping and sliding into sin, off and on. And even the littlest sin, to me, I feel like I'm too deep in there with God to where I should not be sinning in those areas when it comes to cussing and things like that. I went and bought me a new ring from Pandora. This is my new ring from Pandora, and it is a ring to remind myself that you are a child of God and that you are no longer going to look like the world. It's one thing to be in the world, but it's another thing to look like the world. And I started to look like the world in my eyes, from my posts to my conversations, to the things and the places I was going, to even the men that I was attracting, and even talking to. And if you can't be hard on yourself, then, you know what I'm saying, or tell yourself the truth, then who can? And I had to be honest with me. And I know that I'm a very beautiful woman, and I know that I'm going to be approached by, different types of men. But I felt like the men that I was attracting was due to the things that I was posting online. I'm 41 years old, and I was married and got divorced. My daughter is now going on 20 in December, y'all. I can't believe I have a 20-year-old. And, I kind of got back in, got my body together, fitness, whatever, and I was posting content. I was posting a lot of gym content, and brands wanted to work with me. People wanted to do photo shoots with me. Like, it's a point to where even in my city, they reached out to me to do the cover of a magazine, would be featured in their upcoming cover of their magazine. And I was like, oh my God. And I showed my dad. I was like, wow, this is so freaking big. But then when I looked into it, I realized that, it was because of the bikini pics. It was because of, what I was posting. Now, I didn't think nothing of it. I'm like, I'm just at the beach, having a good time, posting my pictures, not thinking about, like, girl, you are naked. Where is your clothes at? And then it's like you will post that, but then you would turn around and talk about God on your social media platform. So it's like, it was kind of confusing and misleading in my mind. I felt like it was confusing and misleading. When it came to my TikToks, a couple of the music sounds that I use were, I didn't even listen to the music. Sometimes it was just about the beat. But then when I realized, girl, they is cussing. You know what they're saying in the songs? And I'm like, no, I just like the beat. I thought it went on beat with what I was posting. So I got convicted with that. I just got really convicted with a lot of stuff that I was doing on social media, and I had to really get alone with myself. And I remember in the month of September, I was like, okay, it's time to take a social media break. It is time, Chantel. I didn't deactivate my pages. I just took them off my phone. I emptied my drafts for TikTok. Anything that was not like uplifting God or talking about God, it had to go. And I think we don't talk about that enough on social media, how being a single woman, you feel like you need to post, you feel like you need to do that, and you need to, invite people into your world to get more views, to have your videos go viral. Because it's like, the first time my video went viral, I was like, oh my god, wow. Then the second time I was like, oh my gosh, okay, you guys. Then the third time and the fourth time, I was like, girl, you doing it, that's good. But then I realized the attention I was getting was not attention I was ready for, and I was not willing to do certain things to continue to get the viral views. Like, I started taking my gym content down. I went to Gymshark. I bought some gym clothes that kind of like covered up, but then I felt like it wasn't even gym clothes no more. They were just really like, how do I say this? Oh, I'm sorry, y'all. They were really like Pilates type clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like, the clothes were just really, they just wasn't even like gym clothes. And I felt like what I was showing on social media, it got me their attention, because it's like, oh wow, she's a pretty girl, you know what I'm saying, or pretty woman, she has natural hair, oh, you know, it was just too much for me on social media, and I felt like I was doing the most and I needed to pull away. Then it's like the conversation I was having in my inbox were like guys who were interested in, you know, as I thought, trying to get to know me or date me, and really it wasn't. It ended up going nowhere. So it's like, I don't even know if I'm gonna just stay off for the month of October and November and come back in December and focus on YouTube. I don't really see the point. I was making good money on TikTok, but then when I stopped posting certain content, and even the brand offers were like, you know, hey, we want to partner with you. If we give you this product, could you get us a video? If you give us this product, and I'm like, no, you know, and I know in order for me to be able to be flown out and do this and do that, I'm going to have to like, you know, post and share certain things. But I wasn't really willing to compromise my integrity for views. And it took me a while to get there. Like, even my friends, I have friends who had, well, they're no longer friends, but I had associates who told me that if I had your body, I would post this, I would say this, and I would do that. And I'm like, I get what you're saying, but girl, I'm somebody's mama. I'm 41 years old. I don't want to have to post certain pictures. I don't want to have to do certain things. Like, I know that when I do get in a relationship, that I probably will stay ghost, just be happy, me and whomever I end up with. I don't want to post our life on social media. And I remember at one point on my channel, I told you guys I wanted to do content creating full time, and I still do, but I want to do it on the terms of having integrity and not feeling like I'm compromising something to post. I felt really convicted, and I know that's the Holy Spirit. When you feel that type of conviction, like, don't ignore it, because that's really the Holy Spirit convicting you. And I always tell people, what I get convicted by, you may not, because it's the walk that I have. The walk that me and God are in right now is a little different. Your season may be where He is leading you and He is dragging you like, come on, come on. But I feel like I'm in a season to where me and God are walking hand in hand. We know what we're doing. We know where we're going, and we know our why. Like, I know my why factor. But with social media, I felt like, well, if I post this just a little bit, it's not that bad. If I do this just a little bit, if I tweak it a little bit here, it's not that bad, God. Let me get something to drink. But then the more that I was posting, the more that I was out there, I realized that I was compromising a whole lot of myself for the views, for the likes, and I felt like I was contradicting myself. It was a point to where I even, like, all the guys that I was like kikiing with in my phone, I just stopped talking to them. I just blocked them, because I feel like, how can God send my husband when He know me and Keith, for example, are talking on a daily? Even though me and Keith don't have no future, we're just passing the time with shooting a bobo. And God was like, no, I need your heart to be free. I need you to be 100% focused on me before I send your husband. I don't want you to be halfway playing around. Because when I send your husband, I'm gonna need you to be focused on your husband and only your husband, if you get what I'm saying. So even like today, I was talking to this guy, and there was this guy that, oh y'all, this guy, like, I think I just really was infatuated with this guy. He was everything to me, and I think it was just, as I gotten older, my taste in men did change. So he was very handsome, and I asked him, like, where do he see us? What could we have? What's this? I don't want to add a body. I want to, kind of grow with someone and hope that whoever I'm with, we have the same desire. And he basically agreed with me, like, hey, he's on the same type of page. But there was one thing that is a deal breaker for me. I'm not moving outside of the United States. I'm living in the United States. And he said he does not see himself having a future in the United States. So I understand that there is no need for us to even have any more conversations, because why are we talking? I understand there's a physical attraction. I don't think it's much mental. I think it's just physical. And I'm at that big age where I just can't do that. So even with me and him talking and kikiing, I had to put my big girl panties on and be like, Chantel, girl, let it go. And, I didn't even respond back to him. I don't feel like there's no need to. I think he kind of knows where we're going with this conversation and why we're going there, and why he probably won't hear from me anymore, because he can tell, hey, I'm changing. And I love the fact that he said he respects, my boundaries and everything I had going on. Like, thank you. I appreciate that. But there's no need for us to talk anymore. There's no need for us to really have any type of conversations. We're on two different, sides of the earth, and it's not gonna amount to anything. So why would I grow and try to create memories with someone who I know I'm not gonna have a future with? But I just realized that I needed to just really take a break off of social media, because I was not liking who I was becoming. I felt like I was being bullied into some of the things that I was doing. And he was like, what do you mean people are bullying you into that? Like, I felt like it was so much do, post. Every time I turn around, it's like people would say, hey, when are you doing another hair video? Hey, can you give me a fitness workout? Hey. And I felt like there's so much content on my channel. I'm exhausted. I'm tired. I've been creating content religiously for the past 3 years, like every other day. I am exhausted. I am tired. I don't want to create for all these different platforms. Like, I'd rather just be on one platform, and that's my channel, and which is my YouTube channel, and that is it. I don't want to be YouTube, TikTok, Snapchat, Pinterest, Lemonade. I don't have Facebook, but Facebook. What else they have? Then they have, Twitter. I think it's called something else now. But it's like, I was like, girl, that's too many apps. I am tired. And I also felt like everyone had access to me. And I did that to myself. I put myself out there. I was like, well, if I open up more, if I do this and I do that. And I'm like, even after you reach like 10K, 20K, 30K, 40K, like 50K, I'm like, there's 50,000 people that are following you, Chantel. And if I add up all the followers between my pictures, my Lemonade, it's like close to 80,000 people that are following you. Girl, be for real. I don't want to be held accountable for all them people to come to my channel, and I don't want to lead them astray. I don't want God to be like, girl, why you did this? Because now you got this girl doing this. I don't want to do that. I'm more concerned with how God sees me than how the world sees me. And it's a very lonely walk, and I'm okay with that. Half the time, you guys do not see me with anyone because, I have to stand on my square and speak my truth. And I realized that it's going to be a very lonely walk, and I'm okay with that because I know what the end is going to be, and that's going to be with Jesus forever. But, you get frustrated. You do want someone to hang with. You do want someone to do things with. And right now, people are just, living for today, not thinking about the consequences of tomorrow. And me, I am a little bit more mature. And like I said earlier in the video, I've been walking with God for a few years. So there are some things that it's like, time out, you're just not doing no more. This is where you are and this is where you're going. And I'm proud of who I am and I'm proud of who I'm becoming. And I pray that whoever follows and watch my video, that they get the courage to say that, you know what, I'm looking too much like the world. There's no difference between me and the world. I look just like the world. I sound like the world. I talk like the world. I act like the world. I need to change and do something different. And that's one thing that I realized that I have to start doing, is making sure that I stand for God and that I'm not like standing for the world standards. Like, I know God's standards and I'm following them, and I don't waver, like, the ocean, or like a boat in the ocean, rickety rockety. You get what I'm saying? Y'all get what I'm saying. But just know that I will be here on YouTube. I still will be creating more shorts with my DJI, because it allows me more time to really focus on my content with my DJI, and have intentional content and not just putting content out there because it's Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday. I want my content to be purposeful. So I was able to reach 57,000 followers on TikTok. And then on Lemonade, I was at 5,000, 5,400. I think I'm about to be right at 6,000. And even on Instagram, close to 3,000 to me. And then Snapchat, I had child lost count. 20,000, I lost count. But I just repost my videos on all those sites. I would create it on my iPhone and I would just repost it on all those sites. So to me, I want to have more purposeful content. I want my content to be meaning. I don't want it to be just, oh, I'm just going with the trend. I've never been one to follow the trend. I've always beat to my own drum. Even when everyone's like, oh, you can't lock your hair. Oh, it's not going to lock. And baby, look at me now. So with that being said, you guys, thank you for tuning into another video. Don't forget to stay pretty, stay busy, and I will see you guys in my next video. And like I said, I have a lot of sit down videos coming up. I'm going to probably do more car videos with you guys. Until I do move, I do want to keep my home life a little separate from social media. I don't want to do day in the life vlogs. I don't want to do those type of vlogs. I kind of want to have purposeful content. So I hope you guys are welcoming to the change coming to my channel. And thank you guys for being here and rocking with me for so long. And it's October. We made it. And maybe you need to realize and think about, do I need to take a break? Am I doing too much on social media? Because maybe you have felt the way I felt and just didn't know how to explain it, how to talk about it. So if I can do it, then I know you can do it too. And I will see you guys in my next video. So bye, you guys.